For more exam tips, check our website. Now, imagine flying to the bottom of the world, to a land where the ice is 2 kilometres thick and the temperature plunges to 90 degrees below zero. Antarctica is no place for a holiday, but flying over it is amazing. Here's Graham Butler.
It's the last great frontier. A frozen continent, a place like no other on the planet.
We call it the world's last great wilderness, and it really is the world's last great wilderness. Most of what we're flying over, there's nobody who's ever left a footprint on it.
Phil Asker is the man behind one of the world's most extraordinary chartered tourist flights.
It almost is like flying to another planet.
Some of those ice tongues or glaciers actually carve icebergs. So the icebergs are broken off at the edge and then they float away.
Antarctica Sightseeing Flights flies hundreds of people each year over this vast white wilderness.
It's a sense of beauty and a sense of isolation.
Limited flights operate from Sydney and Melbourne during summer.
People do come away quite emotional. It is really a day that sets people apart. It gets people to think, wow, this place really exists, and it is unlike anything I've ever seen before.
On the right you've got a classic glacier tongue coming into view, coming out of the mountains.
The company charters Qantas jumbos that fly low and slow for the most breathtaking joy flight imaginable.
We get amazing views. When you're flying at 10,000 feet, you suddenly realise how polluted Australia and every other country in the world is, because it's as clear as can be down there. You'd think you're flying in a Cessna at 3,000 feet. We take our Antarctic expeditioners with us, and some of those have said to us they've seen more of Antarctica on our flights than they've seen in working down there for 10 or 12 years.
Justine Bell-Morris was on the last Antarctic flight from Perth 15 years ago.
When you see your first iceberg, you're just beside yourself. It's just fabulous. You get to see little penguins running around, you get to talk to the various stations, and it's just a day of excitement. You get the opportunity to see it for its vastness. It's just, you cannot believe that it is that big. And it's lovely to be on board an aircraft with a whole lot of people that feel that excitement with you, and to share that with them. Yeah, it's great fun.
We've had 3 weddings on board, and we've had many proposals. We've had 2 immigration officers came along one day and naturalised an Australian expeditioner.
This coming Australia Day, January 26, Perth will get its very own flight to the bottom of the world, the first from WA in a decade and a half.
3 hours 40 odd minutes south of Perth, we'll see the first icebergs. There'll probably be 1 or 2 icebergs, and you'll find people will go clicking away with the cameras, looking at the ice. Then we get hundreds of icebergs.
Fares for the 12-hour journey start from $1,200 up to $7,000 for first or ice class.
This is a great opportunity for people to be able to do the flight from Perth, and at the same time you get to help the kids with donations to Telethon.
As Telethon's Steve Mummery explains, part of every ticket price goes to a very worthy cause.
We aim to sell out a plane, a Qantas 747, and if we do, Telethon will benefit with about $50,000.
Spending 12 hours on a flight, I live in fear of that, but it went so quickly. And when I came back to my bed that night, I just couldn't sleep. I really would recommend it. It really is something very, very special, and something that you'll just never forget.
There's more on Perth's ice flight in tomorrow's West. And tune in to Mix 94.5 for the chance to win a flight for 2. Next.